Hello friends, welcome to Developers Planet. So we are discussing about Django REST framework. So this is the second video of the Django REST framework tutorial, and in this video we are going to discuss about the writing regular views in Django. So this is the official website of Django REST framework, and we have already discussed about it, and we have created a quick start API. So we will discuss about serialization today, and we have other topics: request, class based, view sets, relations, hyperlinks, everything. So we will concentrate on serialization only in this particular video. So we have already done the setup environment, but we will create a new app and new project for this serialization thing. We will create a serializer class. We will create a model, and in that model we will use model serialization, and we will create regular Django views for get, post, and other methods like put and delete also. So we will create an API, and we will also create an URL in our app, and we will test our API as well. So let's start this. So first we will create a project with name Django RF. Okay, so let's go to our D directory, and inside Django REST framework folder we have opened cmd our command prompt. So let's create a project here. Okay, so before creating project, I think we should create a virtual environment also. So before that, let's create a folder, make directory, make dir Django RF. Okay, so yes, we have created a folder Django RF. Okay, now we will go inside this folder, and after going inside that folder we will create a virtual environment. So if you want to know more about virtual environment, you will get the link in description. So I have done this earlier as well. So it has created a venv folder, our virtual environment folder. It will contain important files which will activate the virtual environment. So what virtual environment does, it creates an isolated space to work for our Django or Django REST framework. Okay, so now we have created a virtual environment. So let's activate this. We will go venv scripts folder, there is activate file. Now we are inside this virtual environment venv. Okay, so now let's go back to our project Django RF, and we will install Django here. Pip install Django. So if you have not installed Django before, you can get the link in description. Okay, so meanwhile let me show you what steps we need to follow. We will go to official site. Let's go on the top, and what we have done till now, we have created virtual and activated, installed Django. So now okay, now we have to install Django REST framework. So yes, Django is installed successfully, version 3.1.2. let's install Django REST framework. Pip install Django REST framework. Yes, it's also installed successfully. Now we will create our project. So if you will see in official site, so it also says Django admin start project tutorial. Let's follow this doc link. I will share this doc link in description. You will get all the commands from there. So Django admin start project, and the name of our project we are keeping Django RF. Okay, so yes, let's see, it's created. Yes, so in Django RF folder, Django RF folder created, and so this is our project. Okay, so let's go inside this Django RF, and now let's go to the doc again. What we need to do, we need to create an app. So on official website it's creating a snippets app, but we are not going to create snippets app. Let's go to our doc file. We will create an app, regular views. So let's create an app, python manage.py start. Okay, this is wrong command, sorry. So command should be python manage.py start app and the name of the app. So start app and the name of the app. Okay, hit enter. Yes, it's created. Let's go. Yes, here our app is regular views with all the files. So now we have created the app. Okay, now we need to mention this REST framework in installed apps in settings.py. So let's open our project here, Django RF, select folder in Visual Studio Code. So yes, so our Django RF project is here. Okay, so we are using Visual Studio Code editor. So inside this Django RF we will go to settings.py, and we will go downside. We will get installed apps. Here we need to mention our REST framework inside this array. Okay, and also we will mention our app. So what is our app? Inside this apps.py you will get the name regular views. So regular view is the name of our app. We will mention that as well here. Let's put a comma here. Okay, that's it. Save it. Okay, so now we will create a model article. So we need a model to work with so that we can add, update or delete or do things on our model. So it will create tables. So let's go to our models and we want to create a model article here. Let me tell you about this. So we are importing models, we are using that, and we are creating these fields. So this will be the tables fields. So title, author, email, date, and it will. So yeah, we are also doing this. So we have created the model article. Now we will do the migration. Okay, and we'll create a super user also. So we, instead of Python, we can use py as well. Py manage.py make migration. So it will create the migration. Okay, so make migration. So it will create our article models migration. So yes, so it's created a file as well. You can see that initial.py file. Okay, so our model is created, article model. So let's run migrate command to create the tables. So we have just made the migration. So it will create these tables in our by default database SQLite 3, which supported by Django. So by default SQLite 3 comes. So now what we need to do is we will run our server py manage.py run server. Let's see whether everything is working fine or not. Just hit enter. Okay, so yes, it is working fine. Let's go to 127 dot. Okay, it's already there. Yeah, so our server is running fine. It means everything is going good. So we went to admin, but we have not created username or password. So let's create a super user. Py manage.py create super user. Okay, hit enter. It will ask for username. If you will not provide, it will get the system's name by default. I will give admin, email admin@admin.com. Password, let's keep admin. Let's make it yes and yes. So super user created successfully. Let's run our server again. Hit the enter. Okay, it's working fine. Let's go server again and go /admin ATM admin. Now let's log in admin and password is also admin. Login. Okay, so yes, we logged in and we get our group and user. So it's by default comes in admin and we can do there. So now we will create article from admin. So but we don't have here article or anything. So what we need to do in our regular views admin file, we need to register our model here. So we will say from dot models import article model here, article, and now we will do admin.site.register. So in our app we are registering our model so that it will be visible in our admin panel. Okay, so it's reloading changes and it's done fine. Okay, let's refresh, go to the browser, refresh it. Here we go. So we got our articles app here. So we can add data from here. Let's add an article. My first article, author is Divakar, email just keep it diva@gmail.com. Save it. So yes, the article added successfully, and from here we can edit also. So we have created an article from admin panel. Now we will create a serializer. Okay, so serializers are very important in Django REST framework. So let's understand what is serializer and how it works. So we will create a serializer class, and so serializer is used for serializing and deserializing the snippet instance into a representation form like JSON. So we will convert our Python object data in other forms. Okay, and to concise our code we will create model serializers. So what it will do is we don't need to repeat our code and define all the fields of the model. So we can directly use a model serializer. So we will just like this, we will keep model serializer and fields. We can provide all fields or few fields also. So let's create, and if you want to learn more about serializer you can go to this API guide and we'll click on this serializers. So from there you will get the details. So it allow complex data such as query sets and all, and it's defined properly here what is serializer, how it works. So let's come back to our talk and let's copy this code of serializer. Let's copy this, and we have to create a new file in our app. So we will create a new file, serializers.py. Okay, we will paste it here. So from REST framework we are importing serializers. From models we are getting our article model which we have created just now, and we will provide the name of the model article, and we will keep the fields ID, title, author. So instead of this, I'm just showing you how we can get all the fields. So just in quotes we will write underscore underscore all underscore underscore, so it will get all the fields. So now we have created our serializer. Now we will create our views function. So views functions to get the list of article and to create new article. Okay, so what I will do is, for now I'm just copying this much code just to create article and show a list of article, and later we will copy more code later when we need it. So just copy it and go to views.py, just paste it here, and here let me show you this code. So we are getting HTTP response and JSON response. We are getting article model from our models, importing it. We are importing our serializer which we have just created, and we are using the CSRF exempt. So why it used? Because we are using API, we are not using proper forms, so we need this CSRF decorator. So because we want to be able to post to this from clients that won't have a CSRF token, so we are exempting it because we don't have that token. Okay, so we need it. So let's go to our code again, and here in we have created a function article list. For get method we will get the data from our article model, and we will provide it to serializer, and we will return JSON response with the data we got. And for post method also we will JSON parser, we will get the data, and we will check if serializer.valid, and we will save it. So now we don't have urls.py file, so let's create a urls.py file here. So okay, before that let's go to our a doc link. We will see if we missed something or not. Okay, yes, so we haven't missed anything. We need to create URL configuration. So for this particular app we need to create the URL. So let's copy this URL code from here and go to our Visual Studio Code. Now create a urls.py file, urls.py file, hit enter, and we'll paste it here. So this is the code. So we are getting everything from views. Okay, so we are using these method, or yes, so we are using this method article list in our urls.py. So let's remove it from now because we have not created this method. So if we will provide article in our URL, we need to hit this views function or method article list. So in our main project we have not mentioned about this URL, so we need to go to our main URLs, and we need to define if we will provide a empty path after localhost 127.0.8000. So if there is empty path we will include, and will send it to regular views.url. So our app's URLs file. So regular views, so regular views.url. So if there will be empty hit at URL, it will go here, and we need to import this include here also. So path include, yes. Okay, so we have done this. So now we will run our server through browser and through Postman also. So let's go to our server. So let's run the server, python manage.py run server. It is running fine. Let's go to the server. So when we will not give anything in URL, we will go to this URL, and for the article we will get the article list, and article list will provide the data from the model. So and it will return response in JSON format. So let's check it out. We hit okay. So yes, it says you need to provide some article or admin thing. So after admin, if we will provide anything, we don't get the basic page of the server. So we need to provide the article here. It's saying so /article. So here we go, we got our article which we have already created through admin panel. So my first article and this. So let's use Postman also. So in Postman, for get method, hitting this command, and yes, we got the same result. So it's working fine. We checked it through Postman app also. So Postman app is used to work with APIs or to test APIs. Okay, so now we will do CRUD operation like edit, update or delete. So now we will go to our URLs. We will say for article detail, and for particular ID of that article you need to call article detail function. So we will copy that article detail also from the views file. So let's copy this from doc link. Let's paste it here, article detail function. So in this article detail function, okay, so okay, we missed one thing actually. For the post request, I have not shown you how to create an article through Postman. So let's do it first, then we will go in detail. So let's create a new API request and copy this here and paste it. Make this request for post, and now in body what we need to do, we need to go row and we will choose JSON. So this is the data I have kept there, second article and aman at gmail. Let's see the result. Let me go to the yes. So it says ID2 title second article and it provide the details. So let's verify it whether it is created or not. Let's go and hit again here. So we will get, yes, we got 2 articles. So it means it working fine. Our post request is working fine. Okay, so now refresh here also. Here we also get in browser also. So it's working fine. Now let's go to article detail. So we will for particular ID we will get the detail of that particular RT. For get method we will provide the result, and for the put method we will get the data, parse it, we'll check the valid, and then we will save it. So it's just like a post request, and for that delete, for particular article we will delete it simply. Okay, so we have done that, everything is fine. So instead of article we will say article detail, and let's keep ID 1. So let's keep it here 1. Okay, so we got the detail of ID 1. Let's check here as well, 1 to 7, and we'll put article detail. Let's keep 1, put request get method. Okay, so yes, we got the data for article 1, ID 1. Okay, so let's check it for 2. Yes, we are getting second article. So let's check for put method also. We will update its data, and let's copy this data from here and hit the put method to update our article. So like write article updated, hit this command. So what it returned? It returned the updated title of the article. So it means it's working fine. Let's check it here for article 2. Yes, so it's working fine. Put is also working fine. Let's check for delete. So article 2 we are going to delete it. Just hit send, and it says 204 no content. It returns when we delete something. So it's fine. So it's working fine. Let's refresh it. We will not get anything because article 2 is not present with ID 2. 1 is present only, and here we can see 2 is not present. So it worked. So we did this, and we checked our API also. So we did this writing regular Django views. So I have done this first part. So from this tutorial I will discuss or do all the rest of the topics. So I hope you like this video. See you soon in next video. Thank you so much. Take care and bye bye.